My... my head hurts.
The wind is a gentle kiss. Come, feel it.
The shimmering ghost of a kin magister turns her gaze upon you. She holds your stare, boring into your skull, searching the hollows of your eyes for the secrets of your soul. But in so doing, she shows you hers. You are Zeushan, a young lizard magister, devoted to the Order. More than this, you are in love with a comrade, a human man of wit and kindness and sweet disposition, who goes by the name of Boris. The confusion in her eyes quickly turns to empty, desperate, desolate sadness. She bows her head as if this is the end. The last shred of what she thought was real has now gone. She takes one last wander through her memories. You are Zeushan once more. Alexander dies. Worse, your human comrades look at you askance, as if his murder was your fault. Even Boris turns against you. When he's posted to Fort Joy, he does not say goodbye. Your heart is broken. Posted to the graveyard shift in the dark of night on the outskirts of town, you do your duty diligently. But your heart is no longer in it. So when you catch a couple of young sorcerers fleeing Raymond's net, you see how deeply in love they are. You do not turn them in, you help them to escape. But in the morning, they are caught and under torture give you up. They go to Fort Joy. You are hanged right here. She bows her head, ready to depart. And she fades away.
Well, there you are. Been trying my hand at a few bows and such like you asked. Hope you like what you see. Use the best wood I can find. Good rosewood ain't too common, but lutes made from it croon like songbirds. I like playing too, though my brother Laszlo was the real talent. Duets with him brought out the best in me. Anything else you want to chat about? Shame to you.
Come here. The sun is warm.
Dear child, you sacrifice too much.
A great pounding.
It is awful how she treats you. She asks so much and gives so little. The one who makes demands, of course.
Your god thrashes and recoils inside you.
I am the only one who cares. Don't play.
A sudden weariness washes over, bone deep, and the fatigue ebbs away, then surges back.
Don't fight it. This is how it's supposed to be. I am sorry.
The wind is a gentle kiss. Come, feel it.
Dear child,
A great pounding,
it is I. Don't play.
a sudden weariness washes over. The fatigue then surges.
I am.
my God, stop looking at me!
Geraldine gives you a blank look.
I shall not mourn till war is done.
I wonder where it leads.
Somewhere better than here, maybe.
Still runs. I'll hold my tears when weeping comes. Who shall avenge you, darling?
The spirit mouths the words to a mourning song. If you listen carefully, you can hear her whisper.
I shall not mourn till war is done. I shall not weep while blood still runs.
Softly you sing, I'll hold my tears when weeping comes. She registers your presence and gives you the sweetest smile.
And I'll avenge my darling one.
She turns back to her fallen self once more, her eyes glistening.
Move along, adventurer.
He looks up from his map.
I notice that I've yet to receive your war owl.
Say nothing to no one. Happy to. Some of that stuff's not bad, friend. It's a little better now if I say so myself. Good luck to you.
did. We showed them how to die. Do not sing that song for me. The fight is not yet done. We'll win this war yet, sister. We'll win it yet.
The spirit of a poacher stands before you. He begs for mercy, but not from you. He has no eyes for you.
Please, Master Riker. It was a mistake. I'd never have killed that deer, not if I knew who it belonged to.
Let's see what spirits haunt this guard.
The spirit's lips curl into a sneer.
I bet there's a pleased smile lurking in the shadows crossing your face. Yet you're too quick to act, too green still. Mastery was there for the taking, yet you refused it. I've nothing left to show you, and nothing left to say. Take what you must from my home, but my memories and masteries, they remain with me.
His sneer is now a gash, wide and gruesome. You can barely believe one spirit could harbor so much contempt. His face only contorts further, a testament to his unmitigated contempt. Tendrils of saw snake from you to him and from him to you. Your mind leaps from one of Riker's memories to the next. You struggle to control the visions as they rush past your inner eye. The graveyard. You look down at your mangled hand, then towards a shimmering spirit standing ahead. A feast awaits. You reach out your gnarled hand. The victimized spirit writhes in agony as you siphon its source into your failing body. Your hand straightens before your very eyes. The wrinkles smooth and the age spots fade. The pulsing blue veins that once crisscrossed are now unseen, hidden under newly taut skin. Your efforts are useless. Your hold on Riker's spirit has weakened, and a final vision crashes into view. You slip on your spectacles and hold the parchment to your eyes. As the script comes into focus, you see the words Black Ring near the bottom, and you are thrust into the reality to become fully you.
There is but one promise I have ever regretted making. one deal I have ever sought to break. That tablet, the template to the Sworn Breaker. It was the key to my freedom. Alas, I remain sworn. Yet, I take some comfort in knowing that the Black Ring comes for you, Godwoken. The lone wolves will collect on their contract.
You couldn't imagine it possible, but the spirit's scorn only grows. Riker may be silent, but his feelings are hardly secret. The spirit stares daggers into you, but says nothing. A spirit sits behind the grand piano, her hands moving to and fro along the ivory keys.
O'er black and white, my fingers dark, as lost between worlds as I am. O'er globes they glide, o'er flats and sharps. Whither go they, Lady of Life? Direct them.
Her hands fall upon the keys like raindrops on a lake. Music ripples and rises like it did before the dragon's throne, thousands of years ago. Before you stands the ghost of an older woman. Clad in flowing Magister's robes, she peers around the room as if looking for something lost. On seeing you, she brightens and extends an ethereal hand.
Magister Pavlonia, charmed to meet you, I'm sure.
Your hand passes right through hers. She shrieks, horror animating her face.
Oh, my hand! My fingers! All right. I am dead. Dead in a spider's lair. I keep forgetting things somehow. It's hard to hold all the threads together when you've fallen apart yourself. Wait, the spider! It was the spider! She chewed me. Bits of me. Slowly. I keep looking, but I can't find myself. Yes. I came from the Black Pits to negotiate with Riker here in his house. We needed to ensure that scoundrel wouldn't interfere with our plans there. He must have mixed something into the delightful rose tea he served me, and then... Next I knew, I was rolled up in webbing as his spider sucked the marrow right from my bones and nibbled my limbs off. I hope you didn't drink any tea downstairs.
She throws you a haughty glance. In the sharp lines of her face, you see steely determination overtaking the spirit's distracted manner.
None of your... Never mind. He's a master sorcerer. Everyone knows that. But he's too powerful to take to the joy. And besides, he had some business that coincided with Dallas's interests. Of course, if he were to act up, we could always work on his little vulnerability to fortify. So Dallas ordered him left alone, providing he didn't interfere with Magister business in the Black Pits.
The ghostly stag inclines its antlered head towards you.
For what prize would a foolish poacher discard his life? The answer lies at a halo of wildflowers. Seek it out, and heed the wisdom the poacher would not.
The spirit of the stag stares upwards at its...
My head and spirit stay here with my master, but my body lies at the halo of wildflowers, with the damnable one who took my life.
Grave. You heard the creak, and then the click, and then you were the bang!
A sinner I, and who is not? The sinner lies that they sin not. A sinner lies. And yet the boneyard's full of sinners who got their prayers, while I did not.
mistress. Hear me, heed me. You've always had a glint in your eye for old Zimski. Don't abandon me now.
Zimski mutters to himself as he traces sigils in the dirt. He spies you, and a shrewd look brightens his eyes. He stretches out a hand, showing you a solitary coin on his palm.
Heads or tails?
He flips the coin high in the air. It twinkles beneath the moonlight as it spins down, and he claps it to his forearm. It's tails.
Lucky. Enjoy it while you can. All my life I served Lady Luck, and see how it ends? In the dirt. Just the same as everybody else.
Turning from you, he crouches back to the dirt. He resumes tracing esoteric sigils, his fingertips swirling through the graveyard clay.
Signs to call her. Oh, Lady Luck always came when I called. For 30 years we roamed Riverlon together. She was my faithful mistress, from card game to wager to grift. She was the life of me. Yet she once no dead man. Now I cannot influence even a coin toss. But you breathe. I'll wager you've more use for my gifts than I do. Here, tell me what you truly value. If my lady sees fit, I'll give you what I truly value in return. Good enough?
He smiles a foxy smile as he stabs claw-like fingers at your chest. He begins to trace sigils on your flesh. Though you cannot feel his fingers upon your skin, something inside you shifts. You feel a coldness, and a sick longing seeps into your heart. He croons incantations as he works, and his voice is like the throwing of 1,000 dice inside your brain. Your body is suddenly filled with lust for coin and craving for more.
Now you feel her touch. Now Lady Luck sings in your blood as she once did in mine. And now I feel nothing.
We were picked off by spies. There was no glory and no point to it either.
We are an inspiration to our people.
Plenty of souls will rest easier now that Riker's dead. Not all, but plenty. You're God-woken, ain't you? You've a certain something about your aura. Don't ask me why. But someone out there's got it in for you and everyone like you.
We died glorious deaths.
Two dwarven spirits at loggerheads. In a flash, you are both of them, brother and sister. Your feminine side is a rebel, rising up against the tyrannical queen. Your masculine side is a royalist, loyal to the monarch he loves. As the brother, you rescue your sister from the pikes of the royal guard. Together, you flee across the sea to the melting pot of Driftwood and Reaper's Coast. But in Driftwood, you visit the lizard. You are the sister, and you know that something is wrong. You climb the stairs to rescue your brother, and find him fighting for his life against the dwarves who would rob him. Both of you die. But your killers do right by their fellow dwarves, and bring you here to lay you to rest. As spirits, you fight for eternity, one convinced that the queen is a tyrant, the other that your treason was wrong. The sister smiles. She feels vindicated. Her brother still does not agree. The rebellion was a disaster. The rebellion was a mistake that cost them their lives.
The rain's sweeter, knowing that freak of an elf won't stalk these cobbles no more.
The spirit is dressed in tattered ceremonial garb. Eagle feathers tangle in his beard, and bird droppings decorate his robes. He surveys the circling flock with evident satisfaction.
My faithful eagles work still. They know their duty. They need me not. But I see my dearest Featherfall now has his claws in you. I'm glad you'll take him from here. For my flesh lives on in him now, and my blood will know what it is to fly. Discipline. That's all he needs. Discipline and the flesh of the recently deceased. And I can tell you'll be able to give him plenty of both. Forget not, my blood also runs within you now. I've no need of it anymore. The halls call me at last.
We were picked off by spies. There was no glory and no point to it either.
We are an inspiration to our people.
By Zul's Stis's scales,
We're an
such
example.
inelegance.
The spirit ignores your presence, busy as it is resisting the pull of another, the ancestor tree, trying to take its source. All you feel is the spirit's resistance, and its anger, directed at the mother tree that has betrayed it. The spirit ignores your presence, busy as it is resisting the pull of another, the ancestor tree, trying to take its source. All... The spirit is taken by surprise. Or...
Come down, Godwoken! Come, decay!
An undead elf steps from the shadows. He looks powerful, but when he speaks, he is in pain.
Welcome, Godwoken, to your grave. I promised you decay. I decay. But if I serve, I grow again. I shall serve him. You must die. He is my friend. He is your king. He wants your decay. You rot here, Godwoken. We all rot. You rot here, Godwoken. We all rot.
The tree sits lifeless now, bereft of memory, its source gone forever. Dead wood now, it shall fade into the past. The spirit looks forlorn, exhausted, spent. Nothing remains of the life you led. The long years after death, resisting the tree as it tried to take your source, have left you with little more than an overwhelming sense of betrayal. Relief flows through you. The spirit slips away. A wave of relief washes off the spirit, relief tempered with disgust. You are an elven spirit. Who you were in life is now forgotten. You have spent the years resisting the pull of the ancestor tree. It would steal your source. This source you would gladly give to the mother tree. But not this traitor. This scion has betrayed the elves. This scion has taken a darker path. This scion wants your source for someone or something else. This, you think, is what happens when the scions don't get proper training. Relief flows through you as you realize that you may leave. Your thoughts flash to the mother tree, by the water on an island with no name. The spirit slips away.
It's hard. I watched an elf spend hours trying to force his way into a lizard's chest. Eventually, he threw it into the flames. But still it sits there, indestructible. He did not leave empty-handed, unfortunately. I pity the poor salamander that he dragged back to his ghastly home.
The spirit sings a long-forgotten tune in a long-forgotten language. One, it seems, with the ever-revolving wheels of space and time. The chest before you is wreathed in flame, but doesn't seem... You lean in to examine the images further. The all-consuming fires rage. The chest before you is... You lean in to examine...